You've heard it many times by now about Facebook changing their algorithms yet again and have found out that it's all about the engagement. But what the heck are you supposed to do to get this all-important Facebook engagement on your posts? Well, that's what I'm sharing about today. I'm going to share 10 ways that you can garner more Facebook engagement on your post so you can face those algorithms squarely in the eyes and say, no problem, I got this. Hi, I'm Susan Friesen, web specialist, digital and business marketing consultant, and social media advisor with eVision Media, bringing you these e-tips so that you don't have to struggle anymore and be so overwhelmed and confused by all of the different marketing messages that are happening out there. All you want to do is be able to know how to get your business known and get some more sales, right? So come on this journey with me and we'll do this together. Now, I know how frustrating it is to see low engagement and low views on your Facebook page posts. I've been there, done that. It happens to me as well. And so what I want to do today is share with you 10 ways, 10 strategies and tactics that you can start to implement right away on your Facebook page in order to raise up those numbers and get some more success out of your posts. So let's get started with strategy number one. So let's start with strategy number one, which is authenticity. Facebook wants us to be more authentic with our posts. Go away, the marketers, and come on in with the authentic business people and entrepreneurs who are here to serve a purpose. So the more you are at showing your personality, the better you are at getting more engagement on your post, because people want to get to know you more, they want to be able to like you more, and they want to be able to trust you more. And by doing that is through your showing more authenticity and showing more about your personality and less about the branding, marketing messages and the keywords and the phrases that the guru marketers teach us to use in order to suck people in and all of that kind of stuff. So get rid of all that, which is a nice relief. You don't have to learn it to begin with, and just be yourself. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is keep your ideal target market in mind. Now, I've said it many times before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I said it just a few tips ago about how it's so important that if you're gonna make a presence on Facebook and showcasing your business, then you have to know who it is that you want to actually attract to your business as paying clients. And the more you know who they are, the more you can produce content that they will actually want to hear from you about. So always, always, always know who your target market is and serve up content that they are going to appreciate getting from you. What do they want to hear from you? What do they want to learn from you? What do they want to get inspired by you from? What will get them engaged in your posts? At the end of the day, that's what we want to know, right? So the more market research you do on who your target market is and what will trigger them to get some posts going, that's what we want to know. So speaking of which, why don't you go ahead and type in the comments right now? What inspires you to post a comment in a discussion thread? What drives you into doing that? So say, hey, I just did some market research there, so help me out, will ya? And let me know what makes you be driven to leave a comment or share a post or even hit the like button. I want to know from you, right? So let me know. Leave a comment down below. And meanwhile, I'm going to go on to strategy number three, which is all about Facebook Live. So as I mentioned a couple of tips ago, our native videos that we have been uploading into Facebook is slowly starting to lose some of that traction that we saw a lot of in the past year and a half or so. And now that is being set aside for Facebook Lives. So Facebook Live is where it's at right now. And I remember a couple of years ago, back when Facebook was really favoring videos, and I remember saying to everybody, hey, get on that bandwagon now, because we don't know how long it's going to last. And it looks like that bandwagon has taken a step aside, and now it's all about Facebook Live. The live streaming is what Facebook wants us to use more of. And the reason for that is because if you've ever noticed or been a part of a Facebook Live discussion, is that there's typically a lot of comments and discussion that happens during a Facebook Live. And this is what those algorithms are looking for when they are determining whether or not your post is worthy of showing up to all of your Facebook followers. So it's that discussion that happens that is what's triggering those algorithms. So a Facebook Live is an optimal platform for you to be able to do that and generate a discussion. So some of the things that you can be doing during your Facebook Live is to get that, your goal is to get that engagement going. So how do you do that, right? You want to be talking about topics that are pertinent and important to your target market. You can give some insider peeks into your world, some behind the scenes stuff that's going on, some things that you're working on, things that your team is working on. Always some insights of what's happening behind the scenes is often very powerful. You can also, what's really powerful is like if you're attending a live event or going somewhere and you want to kind of take people along that journey with you. So do that through a Facebook Live and kind of help people be a part of the experience along with you instead of you just telling them about it later. That is always much more engaging. You can be asking questions, of course, and so my question to you is, what are some ideas that you could be using in your Facebook Lives or YouTube Lives as well, but we're talking about Facebook Lives right now. What kind of questions can you be asking your target market to help elicit some discussion? So go ahead and leave a comment below and tell me what kind of questions you would be asking in your Facebook Lives, or what kind of questions should I be asking during my Facebook Lives that you would want to be a part of in that discussion. You also want to be engaging and have fun. So always be engaging with your posts, whether it's a regular post or in your Facebook Live, be engaging, have fun. Don't worry so much about how you look and how the lighting is. Yes, that is important. I'm a big proponent of personal branding, but there is a line between being so worried about it that it's going to prevent you from even getting on the air to begin with and just going for it. So do take care in your setting, in the lighting, in the audio, and how you appear, but don't let it stop you. Just go for it. Just don't worry about that judgment, because you know what? Just between you and me, nobody's judging. Nobody's judging you. They want to hear what you have to say. They're not looking at whether or not you've got wrinkles or a bad hair day or what color of outfit you're wearing. And if they do think about it, it's a very passing, fleeting moment. At the end of the day, they want to hear what you have to say. So just focus on that and think about the person on the other side. And I honestly, are you judging me right now? Let me know. Am I wrong? Are you judging me at this moment? I would love to hear from you if you are, because that is something that I think a lot of entrepreneurs struggle about, and maybe I'll do a whole nother topic about that one day. But let's move on about our Facebook Lives, because this is the key thing that Facebook really wants us to get on the bandwagon about. And so, a part of all of this, being real and being authentic, that really comes through in these Facebook Lives. I'm doing my best to be real and authentic with you, even though this is pre-recorded. And so that is what we want. I want to showcase my personality to you, and you want to be showcasing your personality to your followers as well. Now, aside from Facebook Lives, in our posts, we're talking about getting more engagement, right? So one of the things that can be very, very powerful and effective for you is to ask questions. Simple as that. Ask questions. You can be talking about a certain topic and then end it with asking a question, or just ask a question. Some kind of a leading question that is more than just warrants more than just a yes or no response. It warrants more of a discussion. You want to get not only people responding to your question, but in a perfect world, you want people to be discussing also amongst themselves in that post. That is the utopia of a Facebook engaged post. So you can be starting things off with a hot topic, something that is happening in your industry, just like what I'm doing right now. I'm talking about this hot topic of Facebook and the algorithm changes. So what is going on in your industry that you can be talking about that is a hot topic, something that you want to make sure that your followers know about, and maybe they have an opinion about it. So ask their opinion of what's going on in their world in relation to that particular big news event that happened. And the other thing that you can be doing is fill in the blank kind of questions, something really super simple. So think about fill in the blank kind of questions where people are to just respond to what that blank is. And then another big thing is just asking people what's going on in their world. What are they grateful for today? What is their big win for this week? What challenge did they overcome? Ask them questions that they are happy to respond and brag about even. People do love to talk about themselves, right? So give them that opportunity to talk about themselves and what's going on in their world. So another thing that brings on a lot of engagement, especially for people who want to like and share that post, is something inspirational. People do love inspirational posts, whether it's a video or a quote that's on an image. Those kinds of inspirational things, if it resonates with your audience, they're going to certainly hit the like button, and they're going to share it to their followers, because if it inspired them, it's going to inspire other people too. So that's a good one for you to keep an eye out for and do on a regular basis. And don't forget to use images. Images are always a little bit more engaging and captivating. They certainly catch the eye, and an image tells a story, right? It can take place of all kinds of words that you don't have to write out. So do make a note of trying to use images more in your posts, especially when it's coupled with some inspirational post or an image even of what's happening in your life, and share that along with something that you want to share about that image. The images are still an important factor to get engagement in our posts. Another thing that you can do is conduct contests. And so do make sure that you follow Facebook contest rules. Absolutely make sure that you check out what the rules are first before you do a Facebook contest. But contests are fabulous about getting that engagement going and building up your brand visibility too. So contests are a fabulous thing to do. So one thing to keep in mind is that in any of these kinds of posts, you want to keep it simple and not too complicated. You want to again keep in mind who your target market is, and if you want to ask an inspiring question or a thought-provoking question, make sure that the response isn't yes or no, but it also isn't something that requires deep thought or introspection, or sharing something that's just a little too vulnerable that they are not willing to respond to. So they don't want to think. They're on social media as a form of escaping and getting away from the busy life at that moment. So the last thing that you want to do is make them think. And don't forget about other people's content too. You can share other people's content, especially influencers in your industry, as your page to your page. So make sure that you do that. Not only are you showcasing somebody that you admire and the information or insights or whatever it is that you're sharing about them, but because they are so admired, because they are an influencer, they, that kind of a post will automatically get some boost in your algorithms, and so more people will end up seeing that post. And give it a try if you haven't done that before, because that really does make a difference. I certainly see that a lot when I share somebody else's posts. I'm guaranteed to get more views than a native post of my own when I haven't given it a lot of thought with that engagement factor that we're talking about today, right? So I need to do a lot of what I'm talking about today too. So like I said before, we're gonna do this together. And finally, tip number 10 is to have some kind of a fan appreciation day, or showcasing a VIP client of yours and then tagging them in that post and getting engaged with them. People do love it when they are recognized. And so if you have a client that won an award or made a big win, then go ahead and talk about that and congratulate them. Give your kindness through your posts and let people know that you're on their side, and just kind of use that to your advantage. Showing gratitude for people that have helped you along the way certainly goes in more ways than just the engagement that we're after here today. So there you have it. There's your top 10 things that you can be focusing on to get more engagement with your Facebook posts, in hopes that Facebook algorithms will recognize your efforts and show your Facebook page posts to more of the followers in their news feed. So I would love to hear from you. I've asked you a few questions throughout this e-tip, so please go ahead and leave a comment below. And if you are appreciating what I'm doing for you today, I would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you're on our blog, go ahead and subscribe to our weekly newsletter, where every week not only am I sharing these video e-tips, but once a week we also have articles that are strictly meant for entrepreneurs and small business owners to help you build your business, understand this complicated marketing landscape that we have found ourselves in. And that's my mission in life, is to help you. And that's it for today. I'll talk to you next time. Have a fabulous week, everybody.